Hello everybody, TheZYNO here, and welcome to another video on World of Warcraft vanilla servers and the Nostalrius shutdown. Now today, we have something very interesting to talk about. Blizzard has officially responded to the Nostalrius shutdown and the demand for vanilla servers. So let's take a look at what they posted on the forums. So he starts off saying, "We want to let you know that we've been closely following the Nostalrius discussion, and we appreciate your constructive thought and suggestions." Yeah, I'm sure they did. Thousands of people yelling at them angrily about wanting a vanilla server or complaining about shutting down Nostalrius. I'm sure it's very constructive and they really appreciated that. Anyway, our silence on this subject definitely doesn't reflect our level of engagement and passion around this topic. Bullshit. We hear you. Yeah, of course you do. Many of us across Blizzard and the WoW dev team have been passionate players ever since classic WoW. In fact, I personally worked at Blizzard because of my love for classic WoW. Well, whatever floats your boat, and that's all I'm going to say about that. We have been discussing classic servers for years. Discussing or just having it rammed down your throat by the community. Anyway, it's a topic every BlizzCon, and especially... What? It's a topic every BlizzCon? That doesn't even make sense. And especially over the past few weeks, well, of course, you shut down a vanilla server, so of course everyone's going to be talking about it. From active internal teams discussing to after-hour meetings with leadership, this subject has been highly debated. Some of our current thoughts. Why not just let Nostalrius continue the way it is? The honest answer is failure to protect against intellectual property infringement would damage Blizzard's rights. And that is completely true. So there is no arguing there. Blizzard are completely right in what they did. So anyway, this applies to anything that uses WoW's IP, including unofficial servers. And while we looked into the possibility, there is not a clear legal path to protect Blizzard's IP and grant an operating license to private servers. Right, so just so people understand this, if they were to grant a license to Nostalrius, they would then go down a deep rabbit hole of every other server, private server, saying, well, why can't we do the same? And then it just all hell breaks loose and Blizzard would just have a massive headache on their hands. Right, on to the next paragraph. This is like a bloody book. We explored options for developing classic servers, and none could be executed without great difficulty. Yeah. Now, do they mean actually implementing vanilla WoW, or do they mean integrating it into the Battle.net system? A little bit of loose wording there, but never mind. If we could push a button and all of this would be created, we would. No, you wouldn't. You'd tell us we didn't want it, and that would be the end of the subject. However, there are tremendous optional challenges to integrating classic servers, not to mention the ongoing support of multiple live versions of every aspect of WoW. Well, the simple option to this is just simply have one server, and if that's overcrowded, then just say tough luck to the people who can't get in. And there you go, problem solved. Anyway, the next paragraph. So what can we do to capture the nostalgia? I was going to say Nostalrius. Anyway, let's just do that line again. So what can we do to capture the nostalgia of when WoW first launched? Over the years, we have talked about a pristine realm. In essence, that would turn off all leveling acceleration, including character transfers, heirloom gears, character boosts, recruiter friends, the WoW token, aka the gold you can get from it, and access to the cross-realm zones, as well as the group finder. We aren't sure whether this version of a clean slate is something that would appeal to the community, and it is still open to topic discussion. Now, my first thoughts on this is that could be quite good. I like the idea of not having any heirlooms or any kind of boosts. It means like low-level battlegrounds could actually be interesting, and you just don't get one shot by the druids who's in full looms. But on the other hand, a pristine realm is not really what everyone is asking for. All this is doing is just simply slowing down the leveling process. I mean, we're still going to hit mobs like, what, 2-hit mobs? Everything's still going to be a breeze. It's just going to level up slower. so it doesn't really fix any of the issues that people have been asking about. Anyway, now this is very interesting. On another note, we've recently been in contact with some of the folks who operate Nostalrius. They obviously care deeply about the game, and we look forward to more conversations with them in the coming weeks. Now, what does that mean? Does it mean they're going to let them run an official server? Does it mean they're going after the vanilla data? Because remember, and this is what's been said on the forums, I don't know if it's a direct quote from Blizzard, but the original vanilla server has been lost, or something like that. So it's quite obvious they could go over to Nostalrius, ask for it, and then put up a server. But I don't know, it's all speculation at this point, and we can only wait and see. Anyway, you, the Blizzard community, are the most dedicated, passionate players out there. We thank you for your constructive thoughts and suggestions. We are listening. J. Allen Black. Okay, so the bit of brown nosing at the end there, because we are the greatest community out there, and blah 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 blah. But anyway, my thoughts on this. Well, it's obviously they had to come out and say something. They couldn't stay quiet for too long because there were loads of people just hammering on about vanilla servers since it's shut down. I even think the petition with 200,000, it might be more than that now, I haven't actually checked, it's just got a lot of attention. That's all I can say for that. So whether or not a vanilla server is actually going to happen, I'd say, well, only time is going to tell. I personally believe they're going to save a vanilla server for when World of Warcraft is in an extremely dire situation, so they can whip it out, lay it on the table, have everyone crowd around and say about how great the game is, and they'll be all happy about their vanilla servers. But a more realistic idea would be that if Legion fails, they somehow tie vanilla servers in with the expansion, so people can get their vanilla server, and they can also sell their expansions at the same time. But never mind. Okay, so I'm going to leave it here for today. Leave a like if you enjoyed this. Drop a comment if you want to drop a comment about something, or maybe discuss this situation and how Blizzard can handle it. And as always, subscribe for more. I'm going to have a video coming out in the future discussing ways of how to get a vanilla server to work with modern day World of Warcraft. But leave that to me. I'll figure something out for that. Anyway, bye bye.